Okay. Back again. No parts still. Not even the 3D printed parts that we were measuring up and thinking about doing the other day. So we're taking more measurements so that we can 3D print more stuff later. The object of today's measurement session, it is cold in here. I should have worn a better jacket. The object of today's session is to label, identify all of these holes that are going to get plugged up, measure them, write them down in trusty notebook here, and then we're going to bleep bloop them into the computer, either with SolidWorks or Fusion 360, whatever I'm kind of feeling. Kind of enjoying Fusion 360 for whatever reason. And we're going to print them up either, we're going to print them up probably on Mark Forged. So I'm going to show you what I have going on here. We're going to clean all this stuff up at some point, so doesn't matter. I just wrote down, I'm doing the firewall holes in my notebook here. Firewall. Oh, alright, so I know this is the brake booster. And, right? This is throttle, I believe. No, this is clutch. That's the clutch. This is the brake booster. This is the throttle. I have to plug this hole. Okay, so get my clutch. Oh, cool. So we got these two slots, couple holes. We're gonna label them. We'll go up to right here, I guess. We have a hole down here. We'll just label this one A. Or maybe we'll go C1 and S1 for circle and slot. C1. C1. Three. 1.3 inches. 300 inches. And we're just gonna go around and do that. This one will be C2. Same thing. Cool. That should block us off pretty well, I would think. And that'll be a pretty clean solution to button all of this up as well. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna pop up out of here. All right. So using our notebook here with all of our measurements of all of our circles and slots in the firewall, fired up Fusion 360 and designed myself a couple of grommets. This one in particular is C3. Tried to design it so that the sketch had only one dimension that I needed to modify.
to make every single one of my different grommets. So 0.775, 0.775. And I made a whole bunch of those. So now I'm going to make the slots. There's 2 of these slots. This 1 and 2, same things. I'll show you how I go about modeling that all the way through. Well, of course, my camera battery died, because of course it would. So at least now I get to take you through how I designed this slot grommet from start to finish. First thing I did was create just a slot sketch using the dimensions that we took down in the garage, overalls, length and width. It's a tangent. 2 tangent circles, so easy enough for the computer to interpolate that. And from there, I extruded this. Let's finish this sketch. Move this guy up. I extruded that whole thing as one slice, mid-plane extrusion for you SolidWorks guys, symmetrically in Fusion 360 up. The width that I wanted the inside slot of my grommet to be. Another sketch on top of that plane. Projected this whole feature, offset it. The depth of the slot that I wanted, I forget what I chose there. Offset that line, finished that sketch. Extruded that up one more time to form the top half of that slot. You can kind of see where the plane intersects halfway through. And then another feature on top. I gave that a nice, oops, too far. Go back a little bit. Gave that a nice fillet to help tidy it up, also to help with installation. And then I mirrored both of those features across the original sketch plane. And because I did a mid-plane extrusion and kept this whole thing symmetrical about that one plane, just chose a single datum, I was able to mirror every single feature to create just a symmetrical slot grommet. So this is a very quick way to prototype parts in CAD rather efficiently. So that you don't have to try to create all of this at once by using a sweep or trying to carve that in as an undercut later. There's a bunch of different ways that you can accomplish this. I think this is pretty simple. If I wanted to get fancy with, I don't know, some stuff on top, I guess I could, but we're good enough for now. I mean, I guess we could take off a little bit of material. So we are 3D printing this, so we'll take a little bit of material off the top as well. Why not? And I'll mirror this again across the top. New sketch. We'll go in. We'll project again. This whole face. Boom. Offset that whole line. Drag it in until something feels right. Right about there feels good. We'll round that off, -10 millimeters. And then we're gonna cut this. Go down 0.01875. Yeah, we'll just do it like this. I'll do it like how I was going to do it with SolidWorks. Beautiful. Then we'll do the same thing that we did and mirror those features. Mirror about that same plane. And boom. Look at that. An even better looking grommet. You want to clean it up even further if you were going to 3D print this on a nice resin printer or an SLA printer. Yeah, it didn't like it. That's okay. Is this a little tight? How much should I extrude this? Ooh, we're going. I want this divided by 2. Then we got our cross section. Check our thickness. It's not bad. I like it. I'm gonna ship it. There we go. We have all of our files here. Exported as STLs, and we'll fire up PreForm. And I guess we'll create a slicer file ready to go so that we can 3D print these later. See what auto orient all does. Horrible. What? Why would it think this is a good idea? What? Self. Ooh, I should have labeled these. That's okay. I am going to make the slicer do it for me. We were going to go full raft so that we can have raft labels, because that's very helpful. Turn down the support density just a tad, because you never need 100%. As well as touch point size, because you never need that either. And then you let the little surface that was never designed to do slicing and CAD work chug away, trying to slice a whole bunch of different models at once. Alright, what do we have going on here? It hates life currently. Ooh, got them all in, and they're not touching each other. That is awesome. Heck yeah. Save that. Kit. Firewall. Grommet V1. Boom. That is nested pretty well as well. You guys see that? Nice. All right. I guess that'll do it.
All right. it's actually been like a week or two, but I 3D printed all these little grommets out of, forget which material. I'll throw it up there on the screen. I'll figure it out. On the Form3 that we have at work, we do a lot of prototyping on it and trying to push the capabilities and boundaries and just develop our own skill sets. And part of that is, well, I mean, if I am pushing the boundaries and figuring out how to print stuff efficiently, I can maybe sometimes print stuff for me. So we did have the entire firewall labeled with where these all went. Then promptly painted over it. We took pictures of that before I painted over it. These are all, the file names were all labeled correctly. I never embossed or engraved the numbering system on the parts themselves. But we already popped that one in right there. It looks pretty good. We're going to go ahead and pop the rest of them in, hopefully. We're going to at least guess, see which ones go where. Needed a little technique. Sweet. Look at that. Look at that. Awesome. Oh, Matt, you moron. Oh.